Life without design sensibility can be chaotic and directionless. When we lack guidelines or policies, our decisions become inconsistent, and we may find ourselves in conflict. Our days become simpler and more manageable. In this discussion, I want to present 12 Stoic guidelines for life, which offer a strict yet rewarding path. One fundamental guideline is the importance of rising early. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, grappled with the challenge of waking up before dawn, especially when it's cold and comfortable under the blankets. He recognized that despite our natural inclination to remain cozy, we have duties and opportunities that call for our attention. The Stoic approach is to get up early, embracing the morning as a fresh start. This practice aligns with the Stoic concept of memento mori, contemplating the end of life and the significance of each new day. By waking up early and avoiding distractions, such as getting caught up in our phones, we set a proactive tone for the day. Engaging in activities like journaling, walking, or tackling complex tasks can help focus on what truly matters, leading to a more productive and fulfilling day. Another essential Stoic principle is emphasizing what we can control. Epictetus famously taught that our primary responsibility as philosophers is to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Focusing on external events or other people's opinions leads to unnecessary suffering. Instead, we should concentrate on our thoughts, emotions, and actions, as these are within our control. This concept is encapsulated in the Serenity Prayer, which asks for the courage to change what we can, the serenity to accept what we cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. By adhering to this principle, we avoid the trap of worrying about things beyond our influence and instead focus on making the best of what we can control. Being present is another critical guideline. Often, we are afflicted by imagined problems, anxieties, and fears about future events that may never happen. Seneca pointed out that those who suffer before they need to suffer more than necessary. Our minds can create elaborate scenarios of disaster, causing us unnecessary distress. Stoics encourage practical preparation for potential challenges, but emphasize returning to the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we can avoid the pitfalls of anxiety and maintain a clearer perspective on reality. Another valuable practice is to accomplish one meaningful task each day. Seneca, in his letters to his friend Lucilius, suggested that they aim to do something daily that fortifies them against life's uncertainties, such as death, poverty, or other misfortunes. This could be reading a quotation, reflecting on a story, or considering a concept that provides strength and resilience. By committing to a daily practice that builds character and wisdom, we cultivate a mindset prepared for life's challenges. Stoicism also teaches the importance of accepting our limitations and the world as it is. We must recognize that not everything can be changed, and that sometimes the best course of action is to accept situations with grace. This acceptance doesn't mean passivity, but rather a realistic acknowledgement of our power and the nature of reality. It helps us navigate life's ups and downs with a balanced and composed mindset. Additionally, the Stoics advocate for living by nature. This principle involves understanding our place in the universe and living harmoniously with the natural order. It encourages us to act virtuously and rationally, aligning our actions with reason and the greater good. By doing so, we fulfill our potential as rational beings and contribute positively to the world around us. In summary, these Stoic guidelines offer a structured approach to life that prioritizes control, presence, daily improvement, acceptance, and harmony with nature. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we can lead more intentional, resilient, and meaningful lives, regardless of the challenges we face. Lucilius, once more, the road to wisdom is not marked by sudden epiphanies or grand discoveries. Rather, it is a continuous journey of daily practice and reflection. Philosophy is not a one-time engagement, but a daily exercise in learning and growth. Each day, we can engage with philosophy by reading a section of a book, reflecting on a quote, or pondering an essay. This process embodies the essence of Stoicism, a philosophical stance that encourages seeking one Stoic insight each day. By doing so, we gradually create profound changes in our lives. Connected to this rule is another crucial Stoic guideline, akin to the Boy Scout motto: perform one good deed daily. Stoicism is not a self-serving or self-absorbed philosophy. It is a virtue philosophy, emphasizing doing the right thing. Therefore, we should reflect on our daily actions and consider how we can contribute positively to the world. Whether it's a small act of kindness or a significant gesture, practicing generosity and moral actions daily is vital. Virtue, as the Stoics remind us, is not a noun, but a verb, something we actively do. We should strive to make moral choices, not based on what we can get away with or the minimum effort required, but on what is the right and decent thing to do in each situation. Seneca emphasized the importance of viewing every person we encounter as an opportunity for kindness. Every interaction is a chance to do good, to act with generosity and compassion. This Stoic principle aligns with the idea that virtue is about consistent action. By consciously choosing to act kindly, we cultivate a habit of goodness that permeates our daily lives. Another fundamental Stoic guideline is to focus only on what is necessary. We often get caught up in unnecessary actions, thoughts, and concerns, which can clutter our minds and distract us from what truly matters. By asking ourselves whether our actions are essential and whether they contribute to our growth or well-being, we can simplify our lives and focus on what is important. This approach not only helps us manage our time and energy better, but also leads to a more tranquil and meaningful existence. Marcus Aurelius advised that if we desire more time and tranquility, we must eliminate unnecessary things and engage only in necessary activities. This is particularly relevant in today's world, where distractions abound and our time is often consumed by trivial matters. By saying no to the superfluous, we make room for what truly matters, allowing us to focus on our responsibilities and priorities. In addition to these practical guidelines, Stoicism also encourages engaging with the wisdom of the past. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, was advised by the oracle at Delphi to make contact with the dead. This enigmatic statement became clear to him years later when he discovered that by reading the works of great philosophers like Socrates, he could engage in a dialogue with them, despite their being long gone. This practice, known as communing with the dead, involves reading classic texts and reflecting on the thoughts of great thinkers. It allows us to draw inspiration and wisdom from those who have come before us, enriching our understanding and perspective. Seneca highlighted the value of reading as a way to access the accumulated wisdom of ages past. By reading the works of philosophers, poets, and thinkers, we can transcend time and learn from their experiences and insights. This daily practice of reading, away from the distractions of modern life, helps us find quiet and stillness, providing a space for reflection and growth. Through this, we can converse with the likes of Zeno, Socrates, Seneca, or even more recent figures like Lincoln or Shakespeare. Books become a bridge to the past, offering us a way to connect with the thoughts and ideas of those who lived before us. This should be a guiding principle in a Stoic life, as it not only enriches our understanding, but also provides a foundation for personal growth and wisdom. Another Stoic principle is to be tough on ourselves, but understanding of others. While Stoicism emphasizes self-discipline and holding ourselves to high standards, it also teaches compassion and understanding towards others. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to forgive others, but to be strict with ourselves. This principle is rooted in the understanding that we can only control our actions and responses. We cannot impose our standards on others, as everyone is on their path and may be dealing with different challenges. Therefore, While we strive for personal excellence, we must also practice empathy and forgiveness towards those around us. Stoicism teaches us that the journey towards wisdom and virtue is ongoing. It's not about sudden revelations or dramatic changes, but about the consistent application of philosophical principles in our daily lives. By focusing on what we can control, acting with kindness, simplifying our lives, engaging with the wisdom of the past, and balancing self-discipline with compassion for others, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. These guidelines form the foundation of a Stoic life, guiding us toward a more thoughtful, meaningful, and virtuous existence. Individuals may lack the education or benefits that others possess, and a lack of understanding of Stoicism does not justify treating them harshly or judgmentally. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are all supposed to collaborate and cannot blame others for their shortcomings. We cannot let their lower standards or issues drag us down, but neither should we discount or exclude them. It is essential to maintain our standards while being forgiving and understanding of others. We must remember to be tolerant of ourselves when we make mistakes, understanding that we have our reasons and that these mistakes do not define us personally. We should extend the same courtesy to others, providing them with the benefit of the doubt and having hope and faith in their potential for growth. This compassionate perspective allows us to relate to others and understand their circumstances. Another Stoic guideline is the emphasis on making beautiful decisions. Musonius Rufus, a teacher of Stoicism, taught that if we seek pleasure, it is fleeting, but when we pursue virtue, the satisfaction endures. In challenging situations, acting with self-control and making the right, often difficult, choices leads to lasting pride and fulfillment. The Stoic philosophy encourages choosing the virtuous path, even when it is hard. This concept is exemplified in the story of Hercules, who at a crossroads chose the path of virtue over vice. Similarly, in our daily lives, we face decisions such as whether to get up early or hit the snooze button. The choice often lies between taking the easy way out and doing what is challenging but right. Beautiful decisions involve choosing forgiveness over strictness, understanding over harshness, and virtue over convenience. Listening more than talking is another critical Stoic principle. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, emphasized the importance of listening with our two ears, rather than speaking with one mouth. This principle is reflected in various Stoic quotes that advocate for speaking less than necessary and prioritizing observation and learning. An old Spartan story illustrates this point. When asked why he hadn't spoken at a dinner, a silent guest responded that if he were foolish, he wouldn't have been able to remain silent. This anecdote highlights the wisdom in restraint and the value of absorbing knowledge rather than constantly expressing oneself. Stoics aim to cultivate humility, awareness, and openness to learning, understanding that we often regret what we say more than what we leave unsaid. This focus on listening and learning is crucial for identifying valuable lessons and insights. The most crucial Stoic guideline is to view every challenge as an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius famously noted that obstacles to action advance action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This principle emphasizes the potential for growth and virtue in all circumstances, even those that are adverse. While not every situation may present a chance for material success or increased status, it always offers an opportunity to develop virtue and make beautiful decisions. For instance, when someone wrongs us, it becomes an opportunity to practice forgiveness. If we face discrimination or injustice, these situations allow us to respond with dignity and integrity. Even in the harshest conditions, we can find ways to demonstrate resilience and moral courage. This perspective transforms every experience into a chance to improve and align with Stoic values. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us to approach life with compassion, understanding, and a commitment to virtue. It encourages us to make beautiful decisions, listen more than we speak, and see challenges as opportunities for growth. By embracing these principles, we can navigate life's complexities with wisdom and grace, maintaining our standards while being empathetic to others. The Stoic philosophy offers a practical guide for living a thoughtful and fulfilling life, grounded in the pursuit of virtue and the betterment of oneself and the world. You can choose to keep pushing through life's challenges with resilience and grace, making the beautiful, virtuous choice not to succumb to complaints, bitterness, or rage. The Stoics advise that while we cannot control what happens, we have full power over how we respond. Our reactions shape the outcomes of the situations life presents us with, and by seeing obstacles as fuel for personal growth, we can transform adversity into strength. Just as adding fuel to a fire makes it burn brighter, so too can the challenges and impediments of life enhance our character. Stoicism isn't about being passive or resigned, it is about being active and resilient, turning every circumstance into an opportunity for growth and virtue. A Stoic chooses to act beautifully, helping the world and staying present in the moment. They understand that every situation can be translated and adjusted to their values and favors. The practice of memento mori, the contemplation of mortality, is a crucial Stoic discipline. It reminds us that we do not die just once at the end of our lives. Rather, we die a little every day with time. Each moment is fleeting and gone forever, underscoring the importance of being present and focused on what is before us. We should not dwell on the past or worry excessively about the future. The only thing we can control is our response to the present moment. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, we must act as if every task and decision is significant, as if it were the last thing we might do. We should not tell ourselves that something is unimportant or that we can do it later. There is no guarantee of a second chance, and thus we must seize each opportunity as it comes. At the end of each day, we should be able to say that we lived fully and with intention. When we wake up in the morning, if we are fortunate enough to do so, we should greet the new day with joy and gratitude, seeing it as a bonus opportunity to live virtuously. This perspective encourages us to make the most of our time, to make beautiful decisions, and to strive to be the best version of ourselves. As Marcus Aurelius suggested, we should approach each day with the mindset that it is a gift and an opportunity to act with wisdom, courage, and kindness. By living with this awareness and making virtuous choices, we can navigate life's uncertainties with grace and purpose, embracing each moment as a chance to grow and contribute positively to the world. Hit the subscribe button to join the YouTube channel Stoic Verse. Like, share, and comment your ideas below for more videos. Stay stoic, stay strong.